Welcome, boys and girls, to another episode of PA and Phonics Fun. I'm your host, Mr. Kenny, and this is our teacher today, Miss Brandy. For today's lessons, boys and girls, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper, as well as some small objects that you can use, such as buttons or counters. Have a great lesson today.
Thank you, Mr. Kenny.
You're welcome.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to start with our warm-up, so sit up straight where you are and be ready. Today, we're going to get to read some sight words, okay? So, I'm going to flip the card over. I want you to read it, and then I'll say it after you. Here we go. I am the little blue, yellow, here, go, where, from, for, last one, to. Great job on our warm-up, getting our brains ready for the next section. Now we're going to move on and warm our thumbs up. So when I say some words, if you hear the short I sound, show me thumbs up. If you do not hear short I, thumbs down. Here we go. Big, big. Pit, pit. Rib, rib. His, his. Bib, bib. Did, did. Jig, jig. Wig, wig. Pig, pig. Sid, sid. Rack, rack. We don't hear short I in rack. Tax, tax. Mad, mad. Two more. Rug, rug. Last one, bug, bug. Great job warming your thumbs up and listening for our short I sound. Now we're going to move on to our letters. Now, this is where you need to get your pencil and your paper out. And I want you to write the letter I on your paper. And I'll give you just a few seconds to do that. And now what we'll do is I'll say some words, and if you hear the short I sound in those words, hold your paper up. If you don't hear short I, you can just keep it down. Let's get started. Our first word is big, big. Pit, pit. Rib, rib. His, his. Bib, bib. Did, did. Jig, jig. Wig, wig. Two more. Pig, pig. Last one, Sid, Sid. Excellent job. So now lay your materials to the side because you won't need these for our next activity. We're going to participate today in a word sort activity. We're going to have two sections. We're going to have words that contain that short I sound, and then we're going to have other words. So let's get started. Our first section, short I sound words. Our next column, other words. So I'll show you how this is going to go, so pay attention. We're going to begin by sounding the word out. The word is S-I-D. Blend it together. Sid, Sid. Do we hear the short I in the word Sid? Yes, we do. So it will go under our short I column. Our next word is at, rat, rat. Do we hear that short I sound in this word? We don't, do we? It goes in our other words category. Let's do our next word. At, fat, fat. Do we hear short I? We don't. It goes in our other words category. Now let's do a few more. Big, big, big. I hear that short I right in the middle. I. Now let me hear you do this one. Ib, rib, rib. Do we hear short I? Sure do. Next one. Did you read the word sit? Short I, right there in the middle. It. Very good. Sound it out. Did you read the word ram? Do we hear short I? We do not hear short I. So it goes in our other words section. Sound it out. His. Short I. Sound it out. Pan, pan. Other words section. Tin. Short I, right there in the middle. Bib, bib. I hear that I sound in bib. Fib. Pot, pot. I don't hear short I in that word. When. I hear short I right there in the middle. Hid, hid. Did, did. Yes, short I in the center of that word. Run, run. No short I there. Pin, pin. Yes, short I in the middle. I. Fit, it. short I. Bad, bad. No short I there. Pig, pig. Jig, jig. Wig. And our last word, pit, pit. Yes, short I in the word pit. Great job doing that sorting activity today. Now we're going to move on to the next section, and you will need your pencil and a piece of paper. So go ahead and get that out. In this section, we are going to be building some words, sounding some words out, and writing those words down. So I'll show you how we're going to do it. When I point to each letter, I want you to make the sound that that letter makes. So let's practice. B, I, b, bib. Okay? And in a moment, you're going to write these words on your papers. But for now, we're going to change some of those beginning sounds. We are going to change this sound to, what sound does R make? Let's sound it out. I, b, rib. Now notice how the word changed, but the middle letter stayed the same. Our I didn't change. And now we are going to change our ending sound. Let's sound this word out. I, d, rid. This time, we changed that ending sound. Go ahead and write the word rid on your paper. All right, so let's do another. All right, let's sound this word out. P, I, g, pig. Write that one on your paper. Now let's change our beginning. Let's sound it out. W, I, g, wig. Write that one on your paper. Now let's change our ending sound. Let's sound it out. W, I, t, wit. Go ahead and write that one on your paper as well. Now that we've practiced a few on our blending board, now it's time for you to write these words. So I'm going to say the words and you write them on your paper. Let's get started. Our first word is tin. Tin. Now we're going to change that beginning sound to the P sound. And our new word will be pin. So write that on your paper. Now let's change our ending sound from the word pin to the T sound. Now we'll have the word pit. Pit. Write it on your paper. Very good. Now again, we're going to change the ending sound. We're going to change that T to the G sound. We'll have the word pig. Go ahead and write it. And our last word in this example, we're going to change our beginning sound from the P sound to the G sound. What word will we have? Gig. Gig. All right, let's do one more. So move down just a little bit on your paper so you don't get the two confused. We're going to start with the word hid. Hid. Write it on your paper. How did you spell it? H-I-D. Hid. Good job. We're going to change that sound to the R sound. R-I-D. Rid. Go ahead and write that one on your paper. Now let's change that ending sound from the D sound to the B sound. Go ahead and write that word. What did you get? Rib. Excellent job. Two more. We're going to change our beginning R sound to the B sound. B-I-B. Go ahead and write that word on your paper. What did you get? Bib. Excellent. Last one. Let's change that beginning B sound to the F sound. Write it on your paper. Now let's go ahead and check your papers with mine. Our first section was bib, rib, and rid. Then we had pig, wig, and wit. Then on your own you did tin, pin, pit, pig, and gig. And your second one was hid, rid, rib, bib, and fib. Nice job, boys and girls. I know you did excellent on that section. Now keep your papers out, flip them over on the back if you need to, if you're out of space, because now you're going to write some sentences. We have two sentences we're going to write. Now don't forget capitalization at the beginning of those sentences and punctuation at the end. And also, listen up for names, because what do we do to people's names at the beginning? We capitalize those as well, okay? Now you should be ready to write. So here's your first sentence. I'm going to say it 2 times before you have to start. I see Tim in a wig. I see Tim in a wig. Go ahead and write that sentence on your paper. Excellent job. Let's move on to our second one. Remember, I'll say it twice and you listen and then you write. Sid is a big pig. Sid is a big pig. Go ahead and write. All right, now let's look at mine and let's check yours to see if we have the same thing. We're just going to look at these two sentences right here. I see Tim in a wig. Notice our capitalization at the beginning. Notice our capitalization because Tim is someone's name. And then, of course, our punctuation at the end. Let's look at our second one. Sid is a big pig. Look at our capitalization. It's at the beginning of the sentence, and it's also a person's name. And, of course, punctuation at the end. Give me a thumbs up if you got that. Great job. Now you can put your pencil and your paper to the side, and we're going to begin reading our passage today. And our title today is Tim and Sid. And if you'll notice, all of our words that contain our special sound for the day, they're already identified. So let's quickly read over just those words. Tim, Sid, Tim, Sid, pig, Sid, pig, wig, Sid, Tim, sit, lid, pit. Sid, sits, lid, pit. Sid, his, wig. Wig, Sid. Hits, his, rib, lid, lid, is, 10. Sid hit his rib, 10, lid. Now let's read our whole passage together one time. Tim and Sid. Tim sees Sid the pig. Sid the pig has a wig. Look, Sid, Tim said, you can sit on the lid of the pit. Sid sits on the lid of the pit. Sid has on his wig. The wig falls off. Sid falls off. He hits his rib on the lid. The lid is 10. Sid hit his rib on the 10 lid. All right, now we're going to remove all of our identification stickers. We're going to read it again without these. And remember, while we're reading, we're listening for that short I sound. So while I take these off, you read this silently to yourselves so you'll be ready. All right, boys and girls, go ahead and get your fingers ready because I want you to point to it as we read it, okay? Here we go. Tim and Sid. Tim sees Sid, the pig. Sid, the pig, has a wig. Look, Sid, Tim said, you can sit on the lid of the pit. Sid sits on the lid of the pit. Sid has on his wig. The wig falls off. Sid falls off. He hits his rib on the lid. The lid is 10. Sid hit his rib on the 10 lid.
Very good job today, Miss Brandy.
Thank you, Mr. Ken.
Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. We want to thank the West Virginia Department of Education for publicly sharing these resource materials with us. Bye. Have a good day.